All right, everybody, welcome to another Elden Ring fucking two worlds apart broadcast. Immediately expletives because I'm so excited about this game. I am Vixus, and today we're going to be having a broadcast here for this event. And this is week 3 of the event. And joined with me here today is our very own Josh. Thank you, Josh, for joining me.
Yeah, for sure. Anytime. Hello, hello. I'm very excited to be here and to commentate with you.
Yeah, I'm very excited to have you. Yeah, so today we have a match between GoPackGo and RaDan. GoPackGo is a couple of players who have a lot of experience not only playing this format, but bingo in general. So very, very experienced players there. And on the team of RaDan, we have some newer players, not only to the format, but also to bingo, but very talented players for sure. So I'm really excited to see what's going to come of this match, actually, because there's so many things that can happen. You know, Bingus is Bingus.
Yeah, for sure. I personally haven't seen Team Radon play, but I'm just hoping they can show me what they're made of and just like put up a good showing versus Go Pack Go.
Yeah, that would be super exciting. Maybe you could check with the players and see if they're ready, because
Yeah,
I'm so excited to see a board here.
sure. I'll go down. I'll be right back.
Hmm. Does chat have any? Hello, chat. Hello, hello. Yeah, does chat have any center square predictions for this? I want to see some center square predictions. Yeah, I am. It's gonna be really exciting. I'm actually so curious to see
Right.
what comes of
Right.
this. Everyone ready?
Yep, they're all ready.
Fantastic. I mean, let's go ahead and start. What is your center square prediction? Mine is gonna be Melania and Romina. That's my center square prediction, but it's
Mm,
also what I'm hoping
good.
for.
Melanie is kind of overrated, I feel like, so let's go with center center square meta.
Center square matter. All right, all right.
Yep.
Radon center square for Radon from aggro. Yeah, that could be the case. We'll see.
Hope
Uh,
I'm hoping to see some good synergy in this board,
yeah,
like combined squares and objectives and all that.
but yeah, I'm good to start the game whenever you are.
Yeah, I'm ready as well. The players are ready, so we can go ahead and start.
Go ahead and click start. Get it going.
Oh, great. I'm gonna start. The board is like uploaded, right?
Yeah, should be.
Okay, sounds good. Let me randomize a few times and start. There we go.
Oh, let's see who's right about the center square. Probably neither of us.
None of us, it seems like.
Furnace Golem.
I mean, that's a quick one, at least.
Could be. I've seen many of Furnace Golems done with bad setup, and that's kind of painful immediately in the
Yeah,
DLC. Let's go ahead.
got Serpent Moonblade for base game players. I did take a quick peek at the. I mean, I'm good to talk about the weapons now, right? There is there's Morningstar with base game players. It's like one of the best ones. There's Gravescythe, I think it was. Yeah, they're like Wanderers already up. Yeah, Hanuchi as well. And DLC players have a nice little great stars in the round table. So I'm really hoping to see if they're gonna go for katana check or go check round table before doing anything else. Because there is Logger as a rush square for base game players. Yeah.
We've seen, and I've mentioned more than once, how incredibly important the diagonal is because it blocks so many rows, but it also forwards so many rows. So I would say
Hmm.
like form phase is an incredibly important square, and for the DLC players, the rushable squares. I mean, from my basic understanding, would be Logre, Curse Blade, Assassins, potentially the Furnace Golem, Drain Water,
Yeah.
the Church District to get some math.
I mean, most of the pure DLC squares are pretty rushable. Painting rewards is one that takes a little bit of running. Matting hand takes a lot of running, and you gotta kill Jory. Let's go through their catacomb. Three Dragon or Drake's bosses as well takes a little bit, but other than that, NPC encounter involving Leda, that's just kill Hippo or go back section since you gotta go drain the water anyways, and then you do that. You don't even gotta kill Hippo for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you could tell everyone that I am muted for chat. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I'm gonna try and look at that for a second here.
Oh, there you actually is. I think
Yeah, I'm muted
I
for
don't know if.
for the Twitch.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Are you
All
gonna
right.
unmute for them?
Yeah,
Are
maybe
you good?
this is better. Maybe I'm back now. Maybe I'm back
Okay,
now.
let's see.
Sorry, chat. So much for being muted. I did not realize. Um,
You've been talking to yourself. I mean,
yeah,
talking to me.
I've been
Yeah.
yapping to Josh here and only getting responses and none of my beautiful voice. So now you're blessed again to hear me. We see
Oh
Radi
God.
here immediately going for the gravestone skip. Meanwhile, Rambler is going for, is that the tree path? Is that, am I seeing this right?
No, that's Scorched Ruins. They're both going for
Oh, I see.
Gravestone Skip. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
I'm assuming maybe Drain the Water Rush.
It does give a lot of map, but it gives map towards what here exactly?
Yeah, exactly. There's not a lot of back section involved. This game matter at most in three sentinel duos.
Crucible Knights? Is Devonia technically back section or no?
I mean, you can go back section for Devonia, but I mean, yeah, it's not terrible to go back section here, but I think you'd rather go south with Mariga, Dragonheart, and Drake bosses, painting rewards, perfume bottles.
Yeah.
What else? Everjails and jails. There's a lot of south here.
Yeah, South definitely does seem to be the play, so not surprising to see them going towards this part of the map here for the DLC players. And the base gamers are taking a couple of different routes here towards getting their
Yeah,
torrent. We see Gendan getting this Church of LA, not immediately seeing this could be for the Catacomb Dungeons. It could be probably looking at that crackpots because you immediately, for the crackpot route, you would go to Kale and then finish off with Bofa for your final four crackpots in that route.
did any? Yeah, I didn't see if any of them started with crackpots.
I would have assumed just based on routing from Gendan that he did start with it, but maybe Wander is conceding this square.
Probably, yeah. Because you get how many from Kale? Is it one? Right?
You get three from Kale.
Three? Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
so and then you get one from Bofa, and
And two in Stormvale.
no, you start with three, and then you pick up three crackpots in Jarburg. So
Oh,
that's your
Jarberg.
10.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
so that's your
Okay.
10. And there is
Okay,
a new
gotcha, gotcha.
route as of recently for the crackpots that you run straight towards Jarburg. You pop one of the balloons so you can actually afford to buy the crackpots from Kale.
Huh,
Um,
that's a good one.
yeah, and then you get a quicker route to Jarburg. So I think the quickest time I've seen for the crackpots is sub 6 minutes now, but that's with
Oh,
really good load times.
that
I
is
think
very, very good.
I think an average time now with the new route would probably be around 6:10, 6:15.
Oh
But
god, that number gave me fucking PTSD. Don't ever say that again.
Okay, what's 610?
No, 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 no. It's just the beginning of that sentence you said. Yeah. But yeah, someone needs to tell Pino for sure about this. That's insane findings.
Yeah, Pino is aware, and Vakar, with the master NASA computer load times, has gotten
Of course
547.
he gets 547. Of course he
Yeah,
does.
absolutely disgusting. Nobody likes to see that, Vagar. Keep that out of the chat. Um, yeah. Other than that, we have some low rolls here for Bossus and Liurnia, which is something that you could like definitely synergize with Everjails, for example. It's definitely
Yeah,
something you
for
could
sure.
synergize with the combined square of Manor, the Castle Manor Fort boss.
Yeah,
Um,
you kill Loretta for the Onyx Lord after her, right?
yep. Some other interesting synergies on here would be Scarseal Talismans and Everjails, even though Jails is something that usually the three Everjails and two Jails is something that usually pivots around the DLC players' movements, and we don't see
Yeah.
really anything on the board right now containing any synergies that I see with Jails specifically.
A Great Jar helmet at most.
Rayjar
That's
helmet,
the
yeah,
only yeah.
yeah. With that, is that Lamenter Jail?
No, that is Bellerat Jail,
Okay,
where
okay.
the little Ons
The
is.
Ons,
As
right?
well as well as perfume bottles, you can get the chilling one in Lamenter Jail. That'll be nice synergy, but I don't think they're gonna go for that. Just like knowing how fast the base game perfume bottles are compared to DLC. You can
Yeah,
just grab two and the base game player does the rest, or three at most.
yeah. Usually the split we've seen for the perfume bottles has been a 4-3 or a 5-2 in favor of the base gamer because the squares or like the perfume bottles are so quick and easy to get and usually pretty synergistic. And I would assume on a board like this, something that I've seen is pretty helpful for the base gamers to choose perfume bottles to go for 5, for example, would be getting one of the ones in Volcano Manor, where you can also pick up a Smithing Stone 6.
Oh yeah, that's
Um,
a pretty good one. That's a good pickup. And we see Rambler going for Drain the Water, most likely. That'll get him some back section progress for Matter later. Three
hmm
Sentinel duos, and what else is back section? Crucible Knights, I guess. He doesn't need to kill Hippo now for invasion either. So it's not terrible, I feel like.
Yeah, and we
And we
see,
see
yeah,
Radi going for Curse Blades.
yep,
Yes.
yep, yep. This is,
Ooh, gotta be
I
careful here.
mean, I've seen this fight go wrong for very, very competent players because these curse blades can be very tricky.
Yep, they either fall off or kill you pretty fast. That's
Yeah.
about it.
And there we have a 639
Six.
crackpots for Gendan. Really nice. Really nice.
Yep.
First square on the board for RaDan.
And Wander going for Margit with six parries, I feel like.
Yep, yep. I don't know if did he already pick up a small shield here or is he going
I did not notice, but
so for
mm,
the for that square we have
oh, there it is.
yeah,
Yes,
he's got a
yes.
bunch. He's got a bunch. Only
Picked
picking
up
up
three
some
of them.
runes here.
Oh, because I think Uchi is unwieldable right now.
I would be surprised if he could get enough money here to wield this Uchi this early. And
Yeah.
I would be hard pressed to see that he would even go for that, considering he has a Morning Star, which is a more than good enough weapon. I guess
Yeah,
his
it's
shield
more
does
than good
not
enough.
have parry, so he's getting the runes to buy the parry here from
Yeah, he got the
Bernal.
one that has no skill in it, if I recall correctly.
Yep, getting that
Oh, he's
parry.
getting the runes for that. Okay, that's a good shout. Yeah.
Ooh, Randan doing a really dangerous run here towards these lightning orbs. I've been killed by those more than once doing this run. So
They are pretty deadly, yes.
yeah, going for this smithing 9 setup here in Gendan. I would assume he might be going for this just to um, potentially set up this Uchi to kill a worm face or something.
Yeah, probably.
That would make a lot of sense for me.
And I
Uh,
think Wander is going towards Margit now. he didn't have enough money to +3 his Morning Star, his so he's at +2 right now.
Yeah, let's take a look at Radi fighting this Logre here, because this is one of the earlier quick squares, and everyone loves NPC fights, as I'm sure.
Yep.
This Logre guy can be a menace, or, I mean, he's more of a menace than he's not a menace, so I guess sometimes he can
Yeah.
behave. More often than not, he doesn't behave.
Especially at low Scadu, it's pretty scary.
Yeah,
No wild strikes as well.
this guy
Single
just
status.
runs you down, right? Ooh, that's a really
Oh,
clean
yep.
kill.
Take
Really well done there
good
for
kill, good
Radi.
kill. Yeah.
2 squares on the board
Uh
immediately for RaDan here.
I think he's gonna finish off the last Curse Blade now, or did he die to the Curse Blade?
I
I
think he
didn't
killed
catch
one.
that.
I think he killed one of them and is probably going for the second one.
Oh, wait, no, I see the runes. I think he died to the Curse Blade.
Okay.
Well, I
I
mean,
didn't
we'll
pay
see.
attention. Maybe Chad can let us know.
Yeah.
And I think Wander is done with the parries here. Might be continuing because it is sometimes just a more effective way to do this fight.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so Chad says he died to one Curse Blade, pivoted to Logre, and might be going back for those Curse Blades.
Yeah.
There's Drain the Water for Rambler. Really nice. Blocking off
Yeah,
that
good
row 4.
row for a block. Yeah, pretty nice. So where is Market? 6 pairs on the board.
Row
Oh,
2,
there it is.
column 5.
Column 5. Yeah. Okay. So that'll be another block if Wander gets this, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, looking really comfortable with this fight. This is, with this low vigor, it is, it's not free. It should be something that people of this proficiency should be able to do, but
Yep.
it's definitely not free. It can have, market can be kind of tricky sometimes, especially at low vigor.
A low vigor. Yeah. He kind of frame traps you sometimes if you don't know how to dodge properly some moves.
Yeah, and we see, like, I mean, Wander starting out here as well as Gendan with what looks like at the most 9 vigor, right? So
Yeah. Oh god, Radi taking a lot of damage from the Curse Blade, having a little bit of a rough time.
Tatara in the chat saying I sound like Moist Critical. It's not the first time I hear it. It's not the first time I hear it.
I I
Apparently,
I, I can't unhear it now. Oops.
yeah, I think I might be older than Moist, so maybe he sounds like me.
True, probably. He just found out about you and decided to copy your voice.
Yeah. This row 3 here is definitely as
Oh god, Radi goes down to the Curse Blade.
yeah, like we mentioned, these curse blades are tricky, especially on low Scadu,
Yeah.
which is almost the only time you fight them, I would assume.
So I saw who mentioned that? Aggro mentioned row 3,
Yeah.
and it is kind of pretty nasty if you know how to do it. Like get a little bit of south, like the Grace where Elak River is. Kill one Curseblade Assassin, then kill the Furnace Golem, finish up Curseblade Assassins, and then go for Mariga while your base game players go for the Urinary bosses. That'll be pretty nasty.
Yeah. We see Wander here heading into this Ancient Hero of
Everchow?
Zamor. Yeah, for the Scar Seal Talisman. I was practicing this earlier this week because I was like, I'm convinced I can figure out this move set because I think this guy gets a lot of hate.
He
He's trickier than you think. It's like it's one of those. If you have a +9 smithing, he's immediately simple. Or if you have
yeah,
decent vigor, he's incredibly easy. But if you have neither, he's actually not a free fight.
yeah, no. But one thing I like to do when fighting these guys is if I have a parry shield, I'll just parry them. I think it's a pretty
Oh,
easy moveset to parry.
interesting. I don't think I've seen that before. Wander, I think, is out of heals here
Oh god,
and
he
is
has
in
to do
phase
this hitless
2.
pretty much.
Yeah. Ooh, dangerous gets
Oh,
tagged.
damn. Yeah.
Goes down. Very
Unfortunate.
unfortunate. Isn't going to be contested on this immediately. Gendan looking to do more setup, which, this is something, this was one of the first pieces of advice that I got when I was starting out bingo. And the first piece of advice I got was get a comfortable get a comfortable setup and then go for squares because nothing is more time consuming than dying.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's pretty good advice. Like if you feel comfortable doing squares with a little bit more vigor, go get set up and then do it.
Yeah,
Even if you lose the square, you're still setting up for the rest of the game, not
that's
just
exactly it.
short
Yeah.
term.
I really like that. And I've been wondering how that applies to the DLC because I know that usually for some routing, I mean obviously you can pick up some really nice skidoo, but how important really is it for the DLC players?
Hmm. I feel like it's it depends because the setup for DLC mostly is just Scadu. You get your stones at the round table, so you don't have to go search for those. It's mostly like just like money for talismans and levels and a little bit of Scadu. So I feel like you could do some stuff at low Scadu, but not everything,
Yeah.
since like everything hits hard in DLC.
Yeah, because we see
And
Radi here in ADM immediately,
80M,
and
yeah,
like this fight on like what I would only assume would be probably Skadu 1 or 2 at the most is like it's a pretty nasty
yeah.
fight.
You're two tap pretty much to mostly everything. And I think this is Rambler's second Cruise Blade. Yes, it is. Okay.
Wow,
Yeah.
really nice mark there for Rambler, cutting off that row 3.
But props to Radi as well, dying to the Cruise Blade and realizing he needs to pivot and go
Yep,
do something else.
absolutely.
And in this case, he's getting south, which is pretty important.
Yeah, I mean, South, we have access to one of the 2 painting rewards. There is a Furnace Golem there. You could get Demi-Human Mariga, and also the Drake and Dragon square is
And
down there.
jails as well. I
Jails
mean,
as well, yeah.
and if you want to do Lamenter jail, sure. Like most people just do Bonnie jail and Bro Rat jail for that. But if you can
Wa-
synergize it, it's better.
Wander dies again to this ancient hero of
Oh,
Zamor. I
Jesus.
keep saying, this guy's a menace, and Wander has exactly the setup or lack of setup that I've been speaking to this guy being a menace. Low vigor and doesn't have an upgraded weapon. And
Yeah.
I've been saying this. This guy with low vigor and low weapon, you can't just power through him. You actually have to fight him. And this is a pretty challenging fight if you don't have any of those things.
Also, Wander opted to go for Uchi instead of wait, no, for what's it called? Morningstar instead of Uchi.
Yeah, but I think this
So he
is
doesn't
plus
have.
0. I think this is fully plus
It's
0.
it's plus two. He leveled for Market, but didn't have the money to go to
Oh,
plus three.
okay. Interesting. So yeah, definitely choosing this immediately. There are more smithing 1 options that he can choose to pivot into another
Uchi,
Uchi.
yeah.
Yeah, that's such a cool
Oh,
dodge there.
that. Yeah, I like that a
Yeah,
lot.
that crouch. I saw exactly Wander do this, and I was like, I gotta try this out, and I tried it out in a game,
That's pretty
and
cool.
it worked immediately. I was like, I'm never not doing this. He got hit by it
Oh,
earlier in a previous fight,
yeah,
and
yeah, he did get hit.
but that was because of environment. So like there are circumstances you will get hit by it, but yeah, that
You know what? He may have lost time, but he gained a lot of aura with that.
yeah, yep, that that's definitely for sure. I mean, if you dodge that one, that or crouch that one, that's aura farming for sure. And I
Yeah.
think I think aura farming could potentially become a square on the board at this point.
Yeah, for sure. Like our former remembrance boss while doing hitless.
Yeah, 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 of course. I'm curious to see what Gendan is going for here. He seems to be running around in Altus, but I'm not entirely sure. He could be
Worm
going
face,
towards
maybe.
Wormface.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
there
taking
he
a
is.
very
Oh, with rock race,
unorthodox route
that's kind of
towards it.
nice.
Does have the rock grease on this Uchi. Is one-handing it for now. And there's
Because I
NPC
think the
encounter for Letta for Rambler. Really nice mark there
for
for him.
Rambler, yeah, and Radi going for Furnace Golem, which is middle square.
Yep.
That's not a bad time to go for that now.
Yeah, with that mark, he knows he's going to be ahead on this, at least in terms of timing, so that's nice.
Yeah.
And then dying to this worm phase, who
Oh, oh,
this
there
worm
goes the
phase
rock
has
race.
been, yeah, this worm phase has been a menace for these base game players, choosing to go
It,
for it quite early. Wonder
oh yeah,
going
for sure.
to finish off this Scar
Scar
Seal
seals.
Talisman. Yeah.
I wonder what bosses the players are gonna go for the combined square with a castle manor and fort boss.
Yeah, pretty interesting here. I mean, I would assume one of the manor bosses would most likely be Loretta because you get one Liurnia boss that way.
Yeah.
However, if you go towards
Oh boy.
Noble as your manor boss, you progress towards a seal. So,
Seals and perfume bottles, right?
and perfumes, yeah, absolutely.
Oh no. Gendan gets grabbed by Warface.
This is very hungry, deciding not to quit out there either.
Accepting his
Just
fate.
yeah, just shouldering that death the whole way through.
So Radi did kill ADM, but I wonder how how he's gonna like dominate that region in terms of like, yeah, he got south, but he's not taking any advantage of that fact yet.
Yeah, what would you expect him to go for here in South if he decides to
Oh,
commit a little
Mariga
bit
for
harder?
sure,
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, maybe he goes Mariga after this, or he goes to back section to like catch up.
yeah. I mean,
We
really
see,
interesting square choice, I must say, from GoPackGo. Choosing not squares on the diagonal, but choosing diagonal squares. So,
yeah,
like, the what that really does is it blocks so many bingos,
yeah.
and it
That
just
that's a
gives you
pretty good
such a
way to do it.
yeah, it just gives you such maneuverability on the board because you can never really expect what the opponents are going for when they choose squares like this.
We're not playing bingo; we're playing checkers right now.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Rambler going for Belrad jail for the great helm,
Ooh,
the Greater helm, as well as the combined squares. I mean, both of them are combined squares, but yeah,
yeah. Really nice mark
we're
there for
see.
Gendan. Gets the kill on the
Oh,
worm face. Another
yep,
square on the board for
and
them. And it's a corner
Furnace
square.
Golem about to go down as well. Oh,
Yeah.
my bad. I think Rambler's gonna go for ADM now. He knows he needs to catch up on a little bit of south.
Yeah. So, how do you navigate a board like this if you're in the DLC? Because obviously now, I mean, Furnace Golem is marked, but that shows no progress towards south. So there's no
Yeah,
information immediately that Radi has been south and Rambler is quickly approaching. Say that instead of the Furnace Golem being marked, Demi-Human Mariga was marked, would you still be trying to get some access towards south here for Rambler?
yeah, he still needs it because he grabbed the painting for the painting reward. So he still has a lot of stuff he can get out of this. Not a lot, but Dragon Drake bosses as well as painting rewards.
Mm-hmm.
What else? I mean, that's pretty much about it. Perfume bottles as well. If you wanted to do the lightning perfume bottle,
Yeah.
that's down by the furnace column.
You know, as much as these squares for GoPackGo are daunting, I will say the square selection also here from RaDan is really interesting because getting that middle square and getting that worm face, they've taken a commanding lead on these two diagonals, and we see Gendan going
Hmm.
for this apostle, which is a really tough fight. I mean, let's actually take a little bit of a. Oop, that's the wrong one.
Nope,
This
rod
is the wrong
screen.
one. Let's take a closer look here at this apostle fight. This is a really tricky fight here for the base gamers.
It is, yes.
So many technical things regarding this fight that make it really tough. I mean, I would assume he's already got probably at least a +9 Uchi here.
Yeah, damage looks kind of good.
Yeah, and bleed is really helpful for this fight. And if they would get this square, it would take a commanding lead on these both diagonals, which is incredibly important. I mean, getting a lot of blocks and also forwarding their potential game plans here. So if he gets
Yeah, for
Apostle,
sure.
what do you think? What do you think Radon might be looking to achieve with these diagonal threats?
Um, hmm.
Oof.
I mean,
Let's go down.
Mattingham would be in favor of Rambler because he has back section, but he doesn't know that Radi doesn't have that back section because he hasn't marked anything outside of Furnace Golem and Logger,
Yeah.
which are things you can do in gravesite plane pretty much. So I think you just as Rambler you split progress, like get a little bit of this, get a little bit of south as well, just so you don't end up falling behind whenever Radon, I mean not Radi, sorry, marks something outside of gravesite plane.
Is there anything about the timings here from Radon that say if you were a Rambler here that you would expect positionally Radon to be? If they got Loger and Furnace Golem, would you expect them at all to potentially have been chasing you for this drain the water square or no?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because Rambler could just think that he sniped Radi on Drain the Water, and that's why he took a long time to mark Logor and Furnace Golem. That could be very, very possible.
Yeah.
He doesn't know about the Curse Blade death and all that, and that Radi killed the ADM as well. Oh, and where did Wander get the Dragon
Oh
Hunter
my
killed
God, where did he pick this up? Yeah.
yeah, my God,
Yeah, I mean, where did he pick this up? Where's he
it's
been?
it's a good question.
It must have been Round Table, surely.
Catacomb? No, wait, no, I didn't check Roundtable. That's a hmm.
I gave I gave you the seed and you didn't check Round Table for weapon
No, I
checks?
I only checked the starting class base players.
I'm kidding.
My fault, my fault.
No, you're good. Really, this. I mean, this damage definitely looks like a +4 already on this Loretta, and this is gonna be
Oh yeah,
the
for sure.
Castle Manor fort boss being forwarded and
As
kind
well
of
as
committal here for
yep.
Wanderer and Rambler. So we see Rambler having already killed a fort boss and going for this Rolana for the castle. So
Castle
immediately
boss,
going for
yeah.
this, yeah, immediately going for this block and really
It'll be a
committing
quick
hard for
mark
it.
for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, Wonder gets Everjoe whenever Joe boss after this.
Wow. That's a really clean kill for
Yeah.
Wander. And Rambler's doing a really good job in this Rolana fight, having only used, I believe,
Oh
two
yeah.
heals.
Yep. This is gonna be GG's after this for sure.
Yeah. This is going to be a really strong square to mark.
A
And
very good diag block, as well as pushing that column 5, which is pretty nasty.
yeah.
I think
And
Rambler does Drake bosses now,
interesting. Yeah.
probably.
Working towards it for sure. According to this,
I've never seen this version of this skip. What the heck? That looks so weird.
I've seen the skip before. I didn't check out the version. Did he not just like jump
Oh
into that
no.
little crevice there and
Nope, nope. He went all the way to the left.
oh my.
There's a little rock apparently.
Damn. Somebody ping twink. New skip
Oh,
just
yep.
dropped.
Skip dropped. 1 second time save.
The 1 second time save, the whole meta's changed.
Yeah.
And yeah, Radi pivoting out of south here, which I'm really confused by because Rambler is heading his way towards.
Oh, he hasn't even killed Mariga yet. What?
Yeah,
Okay. I think he wants to progress a little bit more, or maybe more Scadu.
yeah,
Because Rambler does have a commanding lead on back section Brio. So I think, and he's gonna catch up now on south as well.
yeah.
I, I just think Radi should have. Oh, he's going for Muriga now. So I'm just gonna shut up and let him do his thing.
Yeah, I
Oh, and
mean,
wait. We see both Gendan and Wander going for perfume bottles at the same time. They're like almost in sync.
yeah. I think judging by what Gendan was doing earlier, it seems like he was setting up a RaDan kill because he got the Grace all up in Redmane Castle. So I would
Yeah.
assume that he was setting up RaDan and getting this perfume bottle does give you access to another Grace, which he already has for Wormface, but you have to at least touch a Grace above ground in Altus to activate the RaDan Festival.
Okay, gotcha.
But Wander seems to be having no
Oh,
Stone Sword
no
keys.
stones are keys.
Oh, he
Oh,
didn't start with the Stone Sword keys. What did he start with? What, did he start with something so he
crackpots.
could? Yeah,
But then again, if he did start with crackpots, why didn't he rush it? Maybe it was the land between rune or something.
I mean
Or
that's one of the
golden seed. I
things.
don't know.
If Crackpots is on the board and it doesn't get immediately rushed, I tend to take the minus, take the L of not starting with the Stone Sword keys and start with crackpots because if you don't start with crackpots, you're never getting crackpots.
Yeah, and Wander going for the longest race possible he could, the one under the bridge, most likely, instead of the one after, like on your way to Volcano Manor, Mount
Mm.
Gilmer, I should say. That's probably a quicker one. Or even the one near Gillica might have been faster.
Yeah, there is also one past like towards the Dectus lift on the left side next to the
Yeah.
Misbegotten. There's also a Stone Sword key that Furtive told me about that I've been using.
Oh
That has been
wait,
really helpful.
I think Wander's just straight up going to Apostle.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Get the block on that other diag, and also forward their row 5.
Yeah.
We see Radi trying to block here. A pretty good square to block. That's a pretty good call from Radi. Trying to block Drake Dragon bosses.
Yeah, it does already have South, and Rambler is gonna be what it looks like gonna be starting his first Drake fight here too.
Yeah.
So
The
potentially might be
stadium
sneakily
does
behind
not
on this
count.
square.
Yeah. Mariga hasn't been killed yet, so I wonder if he's gonna try to go for that at
Yeah,
some point before finishing off the square.
yeah, and Wander gonna be heading into this Apostle fight because we've been such Apostle enjoyers. I might head over to Wander's POV. Going for
Yeah.
this tech. This is
Oh,
new tech to
this
me.
sneaky tech.
You actually just crouch behind here and it gives you a
Free
full charge
punish.
R2, which he
Or
does an
that.
Ash of War. Losing a
I mean
little bit
that's
of
fine.
stamina there too, but should be fine.
Good
Ooh, really
punish.
nice
That's
charge
really clean.
R2. Dodges that attack here. Has to dodge the jump attack. Gets a stagger. Should be getting a bleed sometime here soon. Probably one or two
Like
more
maybe
attacks away.
yep, there it is.
Yeah, and now we're going to be seeing a phase transition from the Apostle. Get a couple of R1s in. Dodges the attack perfectly. Gonna be
Oh, be
stepping
careful with
behind
this
his
one.
right leg here, perfectly avoiding that opener after
Oh my
phase
god, the
two,
hitless
and
apostle fight.
gets the hitless
Pretty
apostle.
nice.
Wow. You know, Rambler's an absolute menace in base game. That was an incredibly clean apostle fight, especially
That was
considering he had a
that
plus
was Wonder,
four.
but yeah.
Oh, what did I said Rambler, yeah.
Or Rambler, yep. Oh good, oh good.
Their names end with ER. I can't keep them
Yeah.
apart
Yep.
somehow.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Did
So Gendan here getting stones, I think, right?
Yeah, on his way down to
Yeah.
RaDan. Did Radi die to this dragon and is fighting it again?
No, that's the Cerulean
Oh,
Coast
it's
one.
the
He killed the Great
cerulean
Side Plane.
one.
Yeah. This one is a
Not
little bit of a toughie, I feel like.
Yeah,
I
once
hate
you get
the
those
ads.
summons, right?
Yeah. It's very, very annoying, but we'll see how he deals with it.
Yeah.
Also, aren't dragons resistant to strike damage?
Um Very good question. I know they're weak to pierce and strong to
Yep.
slash. I don't know what they are to
Oh god, he dies.
strike, but yeah, it does go down there. Gendan hopping into the RaDan fight. Let's take a look at Gendan's perspective, abusing this big screen tech. Um,
Yeah.
Opting into not summon, does not have a rock crease, it looks like, available for this fight.
He
Doesn't get
should
the
be very
ideal
leveled
opener.
up by now.
Yeah, gets the
Oh,
good
there,
opener,
that's a good
goes in
opening.
for it. Yeah.
Yes.
You know, if you have a good enough weapon where with at least a single status, this fight is absolutely pretty scriptable.
It is, yeah, for sure.
So now we're going to see
Yep.
RaDan entering into phase 1.5, where he does the slam down into the gravity attack. And
And
if
he
you,
gets a stagger because of that unsheath.
yeah, and he dodges in front. If you dodge in front of RaDan there, you actually get him to do that attack. And immediately going towards phase 2, gets
Ooh,
a really nice
nice
bleed.
bleed. Yeah.
Should have a stagger built up here. RaDan does not decrease his stagger, his poise during this space program attack.
Oh,
Gets a
there's a
stagger
stagger.
immediately. Really nice fight here so far from Gendan. Let's see if he gets the scripted attack. Has to be careful for the slam down. Does dodge it perfectly. Slamming down the
Oh
R1s,
my
hoping to
god.
get another bleed here.
Is this
Has to,
his is this hitless?
it is hitless so far.
So far.
Clearly, we have a GoPackGo fan
Oh my god.
cursing poor
Oops.
poor Gendan here. Has to dodge this attack. Another dodge, dodges it perfectly. Two R1s
Uh-oh.
away. Has to be careful. Ooh, that's another good attack.
Yep, he should have this.
Nice.
There we go.
Really good kill there from Gendan.
My fault, I cursed him a little bit.
Is this hitless? Immediately gets hit. The classic. The classic.
I do want to point out we see Rambler going for the dueling drakes instead of the Ghost Flame and Cerulean Coast, which I feel like pretty good. He has to still go get the painting reward, so that'll get him progress towards that.
You actually just get a grace closer, or is this a requirement at all for the square?
Oh no, it's not. It's just a grace closer as well
Okay.
as progress towards Drake and Dragon bosses.
Because I have seen people opting in more often than not for this duo dragon fight for the 3 dragon Drake square.
Really?
Uh, yeah. Meanwhile, Radi, as we can see, is going for his second dragon here in the Ghost Flame.
Yep.
Um, what do you think is more
I mean,
common or preferable for this?
I mean, 2 out of the 3 Ghost Swim Dragons have ads in the fight, which is very annoying. But then again, this dueling Drake fight is very tricky as well. The damage being actually insane.
Yeah,
And if you get caught in torrent, you're just dead. There's like no way out of it. But I think Radi's doing pretty good versus this Ghost Swim Dragon. There he go. There gets that one down. That's 2
yeah,
dragon bosses.
yeah.
But I feel like, yeah, maybe one.
Rambler. Is Rambler on his
Go ahead.
second now? He did the solo Drake, right?
Yes. Yes, he did. He's doing both drakes. He still has to get another dragon down.
Yeah.
One of the ghost flame dragons.
Yeah. Wander fighting this Revenant, which nobody likes this fight, but is gonna
Nope.
get this kill and finish off the 4 bosses in Liurnia. Really nice mark there for Wander. Getting the
Yeah.
name right there for once. And Rambler having a really stally fight here with the Drakes, as we often see. Radi porting to Dragon's Pit. I would assume he might be going for this
The
solo
solo
Drake,
drake.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. That's gotta be it. Yep. And we see him switching off of um cold for the ghost flame dragons, which is pretty good. Wait, no. What did he have for the ghost flame dragons? Because he
Did
just
he?
switch affinities.
I think
Was it
so.
holy?
I think he had Holy for the Ghost Flame Dragons and just is switching.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't have Cold at all yet.
Yeah, probably just grab the sacred. Okay. Yeah. Makes sense. What are the base gamers going for now? They're both in weeping, I think. Is
Yeah,
that
probably
weeping?
looking at those
They're
catacomb dungeons.
Oh yeah, catacombs. It's a race of catacombs. Oh, I think Gendan is having a little bit of issues finding the catacomb. Or why is he looking around so much? That's it. Kind of throw me off.
Yeah, are they going into the same catacomb? I haven't been paying attention to
No,
their POVs at
no.
all.
This is Samshade Catacomb for Wander, and this is Stormhill Catacomb for Gendan.
You know, strategically
Eh,
here, this is a really important fight here for the DLCers because we
Yes,
see
it is.
Rambler not having the Holy Affinity because he's only killing one Ghost Flame Dragon.
That is a
Um,
lot of damage, though.
that is a lot of damage,
It's not bad. Yes,
but
look at that.
Radi is a little bit ahead on this square, and this is an incredibly important square because whoever gets this will have wasted the other person's time so
Yep.
much.
So it depends which dragon stalls more. I
Yeah,
feel like Ghost Flame dragons are less stally than regular dragons
but you
because
can
they
get
don't fly around as much.
you can get more punish staggers onto the normal drakes, I feel
Oh my
like.
god. Yeah, no, for
Ooh,
sure.
and that's a really
It'll
nice.
be close.
This is going to be really close. We'll see here.
Oh god.
I think this might be it here for Roddy. Really nice
Oh my
block
god,
there for
Rambler gets
Roddy.
the
Oh
first.
my god, at the
Yes.
same time. Oh my god, what a snipe!
Wait, no, I think. Oh god, dude.
That's a
I swear to God, I
really.
saw.
That's an insane snipe there for Roddy. Really nice.
Yeah,
Wow. Blocking that column 4 and the row 5. Wow, that would have been a painful square to lose, but a very nice square to win.
very good block, and he's going straight for Mariga, which is good.
That's a really good choice. You know, like once you've already built this up, you've made some you've got some cash. You can go for this Mariga square and you're like maybe my opponent hasn't gone south at all because he's got really nothing to tell him that Rambler has gone south.
Yeah, no, for sure. We see Rambler going for Ranger helmet as well as one not ever Joe, like just a regular Joe.
Mhm.
Which I think how many does Wander have? Is the question. Does he
He
he did
definitely
the
has
heroes
one from
more?
the Scar Seal.
Yes.
I don't know if he has another one. They could
Maybe he did
be.
Onyx Lord for Leonin bosses.
I would doubt it.
Oh
Me,
wait, he killed I saw him kill what's his name? The NPC in the Everjoe?
Adon?
Adon, yeah, I saw him kill Adon as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So probably a little bit ahead on that. Probably didn't go for a catacomb in Liurnia. That would surprise me a ton.
Yeah.
So might be splitting here a little bit. Might be a little bit of a base game race here for the catacomb dungeons. And I know that Gendan has been making a lot of progress towards these perfume bottles, which, since we are slowly approaching uh, a majority game, could be incredibly useful to have made this kind of progress.
Yeah, for
Wander
sure. I
raw dogging through these flames here in the catacomb.
That's pretty good tech. You block one and you don't get hit again. I like using that.
Yeah, really nice kill there for Radi, getting that demi-human Mariga, making the score 8-6 for GoPackGo.
Yep. Did is Rambler not going for the Greyjoy helm? I
I
don't think he picked it up,
I
right?
don't think he picked it up either, but that might be because Wander has no progress at all really towards RaDan apart from
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
Grace
fair enough.
in Altus. So maybe choosing to opt out of that to just get this block on ensuring rather this block on row one.
Yeah, that's the only bingo thread they have left. Like bingo available anyways.
Yeah, and
Oh.
being a couple of squares ahead uh, for for Go Pack Go, I would assume just getting some comfortable blocks is just so helpful. Um,
So
obviously wanting to create this threat here on row five and column four, missing out on it, but wanting to continue on with getting some blocks. So
yeah. So I think this is Gendan's second catacomb, right?
you know, there's been so much going on every single screen that I have not paid enough attention. This could be his second or third. Going
Well,
for a quick one, at least in a kill, but it is a pretty quick catacomb once you get to it, but it is a bit of a run to get there. However, I
yeah,
must say, if he loots this chest, he will get a death root, which will give him
for
progress towards
seals.
seals. Yes, for the
Yes.
Garunk.
Okay, so this oh well, he doesn't
Doesn't
grab it,
pick it
so
up. Doesn't pick it up. That's a throwback to whatever season it was that nobody will.
season two.
Yeah,
Season two of
nobody
Bingo
will
Brawlers.
forget that after that. I believe it was kind of game losing not picking up
It
that.
was. It was,
It
yes. I
was
remember
who
that
was
game
it?
very
Starro
vividly.
Chris, right? Forgetting to pick it up.
Yes.
Yeah, that was devastating.
Wonder he was gonna go finish up Catacombs. He's
Yeah,
gonna
but
get so Gendan's gonna get sniped on this.
yeah, judging by the scroll ups here, we can see Wander probably already done here with two catacombs going in for his third in this duelist.
Yep. And there goes perfume bottles.
Really nice. Making this lead only 8-7, while Wander is gonna make it 9-7 here with this duelist kill. Blocking that
Yep,
row one, making this officially, I believe, a full majority game.
it is.
No, it's not. Row two, Go Pack Go, still has.
Oh, for them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah. That was me being
That's fine, that's fine.
non-specific. Gendan choosing to
So
fight this blob here for a second, realizing there's no use. Those blobs are one of the tankiest mobs in the whole game.
oh yeah. You're like it's so meaningless to fight them. Like
Yeah.
there's so many of them as well.
So if you put yourself in the shoes for RaDan, what are kind of the ways that you would try and fight this game back, given that you're at a 2 square deficit?
Oh, Radi needs back section now, like right now. He's so behind on that.
Mm-hmm.
And while Rambler's going for jails and every jails, which he didn't even get the Greyjaw helmet, so it's just one square pretty much. That wastes a little bit of time. I feel like that's more than enough to let like Radi catch up on back
Mm-hmm.
section. for the because the rest of the squares are very very long. I feel like Matter and Estelle,
Yeah.
uh, Tree Sentinel duos. It's a pretty long run there. What else? Matting Hand and Painting Rewards, which Rambler all has prio on. So it'll be interesting to see what Rambler decides to do after this.
Yeah. We're seeing some interesting square selection and timing of squares here too, because if I'm not mistaken, this is going to be the second jail for Rambler, and I believe Wander has already done 3 ever jails.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, I
So
think he go the Onyx Lord for one of his Leonie bosses as well as the Don plus the hero of some more.
yeah, yeah,
Yep,
and
there's the mark.
there's the mark. Really nice mark there for Rambler. This curse blade, I believe we've already established, is made of simple A4 office paper, and does go down to a couple of R1s there.
Isn't he like the lowest scaled boss in DLC? I feel like, or is that America? I don't remember.
I
He's
wouldn't know,
pretty squishy though.
but is very squishy. I mean, the curse blades are
Yeah,
squishy in and of themselves, but do pack a punch.
they do. Yeah, you can
Does,
poise abuse them whenever they're not using their moves.
as a curious bingo enjoyer, I would assume that boss counts as a unique curse blade, even though no one
That
ever does
does.
it. Does
Yep.
anyone ever do that for the curse blade squared?
Nah, no, surely not. There's so many options.
Yeah, because the curse blade assassin, can it be rolled between 2 and 3, or is it 2 to 4?
I'm not sure. I think it's 3 at most. That's what I've seen personally. I don't know if anyone has ever gotten 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Say says, if it's 4, maybe that's the question. But still, there's like 4 faster ones to do before the ever gel one, like the gel one. We see Gendan going for Sage's Cave. Why is he going for Sage's Cave?
Why is he going for Sage's Cave?
Oh, he got a little bit confused. I feel like. What is he trying to go
He
for?
might be looking towards the Great Jar and
Seals?
Jar, but is nowhere close to it, unfortunately.
Yep. Maybe it's a little bit of a knowledge check on the square for him.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, I will say, as I mentioned earlier on, I mean, Gendan is pretty new to base game bingo, and like the knowledge checks for especially base game bingo, I don't want to throw any shade towards the DLC players. That seems more execution based, but for the base gamers,
Yeah.
the amount of knowledge checks you have to endure to try and become competitive is just it's so large. And
Yeah, it's a
yeah,
lot of knowledge checks.
um, does look like he is going in the right direction here, and I believe Radi has already picked up this helm.
He did. He did, yeah.
So we do see Wander going for this RaDan, trying to get some prio on this 3 unique Crucible Knights and the Great Jar helmet, but might get sniped on the Great Star or Great Jar helmets, but still will have the unique Crucible Knights available to him.
Yeah.
Nice kill for Wander there. Not even close. Not even close.
Yep. Was that hitless?
I think I think in the hitless community that would count as hitless.
Not a
Yes,
hitless for
yeah.
sure.
It could, potentially. I mean, I've been saying sometimes I like to really get my money's worth for this game, and I get
Yeah.
hit by every single attack, kind of content maxing.
Yeah.
And I think, sometimes you just want to get what you paid for.
Yeah. Sometimes you just want to do an all hit run. But yeah, Radi going through back section, that's totally what he needs right now. Rambler going for painting rewards. I believe this is his second one. After he gets to painting, he just goes to the guy. It's pretty close.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So,
mean, the later and later, sorry for interrupting you, the later and later
all
this
good.
game goes, as both you and me have been participants of, it's like it gets so difficult to choose squares when you're trying to come back in a game like this, but it's also difficult to choose which squares you're going to close out on. So,
It
I
is, yeah.
I think the first square selection here obviously is going to be, this is exactly the thing that RaDan is going to be looking to go for, and you kind of want to get snipes. You want to get snipes when you are squares behind. And this is going to be a snipe on the jar and great jar helmets. But what would you kind of go for next? What would you look for next here if you were RaDan managing this board?
I mean, there's not a lot of synergy left. There's like Crucible Knights, and whoever gets Radon first gets that pretty much, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
is there a faster way to go? Um, yeah, Crucible Knights after marking Great Jar isn't terrible. What else? Unique Seals is a pretty long one, or is it fast? Because
It's
I'm
pretty
more of
long.
a DLC
The
enthusiast
thing is,
rather than base game.
it's long if you're sending it, but it can be shorter if you're making progress. Like if you would be
Yeah.
rushing it from the get-go, it's a miserably long square. Say like if you were starting the game, you were rushing 5 seals and it's a middle square. I would say
Oh
if I
god.
pulled a number out of my ass, I would say it's probably like a
Yeah.
13-minute square if you rush it.
I
Um,
think we're gonna see a Tree Sentinel duo race for both for all of 4 players.
oh my god, they do seem to be going for that, yeah.
Yep. No, this is totally a race. Ladder racing.
Ladder racing, yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting because I mean we do see Gendan learning from his previous mistakes, going for a very nice setup, having an absolute enormous amount of vigor for the base game here. Wonder
Yep.
having a little bit less, having potentially a stronger weapon. I'm not sure if Gendan has gone all the way to plus 15. Um,
I haven't seen that.
but I would say
I don't know.
if he's plus 9 and Wander is plus 4, Wander is going to have a little bit of an advantage in terms of weapon.
Yeah, but he's still a little bit more susceptible to dying because of the
Definitely.
scar seal he has.
The thing is, these Altus tree scents are relatively high scaled, and
Yep.
they have some attacks that would be not any more likely to one shot Wander because he just throws all of his
Money
money
into vigor.
into
Yeah.
vigor. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, he's going for the torch one first?
Never seen anyone go for the
Or
torch one first.
oh wait, no, he's activating him so he like starts walking down.
What
That's
is
huge
this
actually.
tech? What is this tech?
That's actually so smart.
Oh my god, I haven't seen that tech. I'm using this in my next bingo game. Hype.
Wander out here just throwing this tag out for free.
Wow, that's actually really nice tech. Gets tagged. Has to be careful in this fight because once he gets to phase 2, he doesn't heal. He's going to be susceptible to potentially a one shot from
Oh,
the shield to ground attack.
and we see Radi going somewhere else. Oh, what is he? Oh, he's grabbing old mother. He didn't grab old mother.
Oh, he needs the Mother to progress into the Tree
Yeah,
duo.
yeah.
Rambler is
A little
going to
bit
be
of
quite a
time
bit ahead on
loss.
this.
Yeah, no,
Excuse
for
me.
sure.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna throw another hypothetical at you here. Obviously, we see
Yep.
them choosing the Tree duo, and
Oh, Wander goes down. Oh no, and both of them go
Both of
down.
them
What
go
the heck?
down, yeah.
Jesus. Go ahead, my
Yeah,
brother.
so I was wondering not only like what squares do you choose to come back into this game, but what squares do you choose to close out on? And I'm gonna put words in your mouth here. I would assume Treecent Duo is like a bet that maybe Radi hasn't gone back section. Maybe I just have access to these Treecent Duos and choosing squares that are less snipeable, even though we do see both teams going for it at this time. But what would you uh, look at this board and be like, these are going to be the squares we're gonna close out on?
I mean, Fire Giant is a pretty quick one, right? You just have the Grace outside of Fire Giant, but it's also kind of a long fight if you're not like leveled enough for it. So you don't want to risk getting sniped by that. So I think I wouldn't go for one particular square, rather like try to split my progress as best as I can. If I'm in DLC, I try to go for a Grace near Jury Catacomb and then like try to finish off Devonia in my DLC side of the combined square. And that's pretty much about everything I can do other than
Yeah,
Tree Sentinel doing Meter. Which no, let's be honest, no one no one wants to do Meter.
no one wants to do meta for sure. You
Yeah.
know, Ymir, I hardly met her.
Oh god.
You know, Wander getting a nice kill there on the first tree scent. Um,
That's is a nice Tree Sentinel fight we have going on.
Now Wander is fighting the last torch one, and Wander or Rambler making good progress here
Yeah.
on the first tree scent. No, is that the second?
Mm,
You finished?
that's the second one. Yep,
Really
he
nice
finished the
kills
first
there
one already.
for Wander or for Rambler. God damn.
For Rambler, yeah.
God damn. This is gonna be a snipe.
This'll it is, yes. And Gendan goes down again, right? Yep, that's what happened.
You know, this is one
Unfortunate.
thing, like we were the other day, we were making a tier list of bosses, and Tree Scent came really high up on the list. I really like this fight, even though I'm not very good at it. But it is a tricky fight, but it is one of those fights that's pretty rewarding. We do see the mark
I
there.
think it's correct me if I'm wrong or like if you disagree, but I think this is a pretty fundamental fight. Like there's a lot of strafes you can do, jumps, knowing what the tree sentinel is gonna do after like half health, that little second phase they have. Because Torch Tree Sentinel is pretty free. You just get on his torch side and he just does the torch attacks.
Yeah,
But the
I
shield one is the tricky one.
yeah, I would completely agree. It is definitely a fundamental fight, but it is one of those fights that you can, you know, you have different stages of proficiency at a square like that where sometimes, you know, you can be comfortable in the fight where you're like, I'm never gonna die, you know? That could be iteration one, but iteration two is where you actually improve the efficiency and you get those strafes in, you get more punishes, you get more damage just put into the fight. Because that's been something that I've noticed myself in my own gameplay. That sometimes I have good fights, but I don't have clean fights. And then you can have clean fights, but you can have efficient clean fights. And there are different
Yeah, for sure.
stages. And I've noticed so much, you know, as this, you know, we're in the third week now of this event and of this square set, even though it is uh, largely based on the Bingo Brawlers Season 5 square set, it does have uh, some things to be worked out, but just the efficiency of some of these players' boss kills blows my mind. Because I'm like, I'm so confident in this fight, I can do it without dying finally. And all of a sudden,
Yep.
I get sniped by people because they just do the fights not necessarily cleaner, but just especially more efficient.
Consistently as well. That's a
Yeah,
pretty important part of it.
yeah, absolutely.
So we did see Wander have a pretty clean ancient some more fight. but he died like 2 times, 3 times at most, right?
Yep,
But
died at least
that's
two
kind of the
times.
risk reward aspect of that.
Yeah, and you know that's from a Rambler who is as good at the game as Rambler or Wander is. Dying to that Zamora fight, and yeah, it is a really tricky fight. Um,
Yeah,
but it's really difficult because you know when you're in the middle of an event like this and you're a player, choosing what to practice on, and then you know I will myself, as some of the chat knows, I have been maniacally practicing a certain boss fight, and I have not seen the square since I practiced it. And like, how do you get good at a format like this? It's so difficult because you can get so many different boards at so many different, you know, weapon upgrade levels, and like, how do you practice for a rush like this with, you know, a +3 smithing weapon or a +6 somber? Like, it's so
yep.
dynamic.
I don't think any amount of practice is gonna save you from the abomination that is Fia's champs.
Yeah, VS champs
Okay.
peak worst fight and only preluded by the second worst fight, which is gargoyles if you choose to go the RaDan way.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty miserable.
Like imagine you have like you gotta do Fia's champs with freaking Starfist. Like yeah, Starfists are good for NPC is kind of sucks. I feel like because of the short range, they just fucking input reader charge attacks or whatever it is you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, we are veering a little bit off the game here, which is getting a little bit closer to a close,
Oh
but I
yeah.
am very I agree with you. Like, this is one of the things because you get a weapon class and you're like, oh my god, I can kill Garg so nicely with this, and then you're like, ooh, Fia's champs though, because you have
Yep.
Starfists, even though they have the limited range, and you're fighting these gargoyles, and you're like, oh my god, strike damage, so nice, and then you end up in the Fia's champs with Starfists, like you were mentioning. You're like, no.
Yep.
So
But I think this is a seal race for the base gamers, and Rambo's going for Matter while Radi's going for Matting Hand.
yeah, and this is a
The question is, does he split progress now or does he full send it? Because I like to see a little bit of splitting progress here. Oh,
yeah.
he's full sending it, I think.
But I mean, this the full sending and the splitting progress is something that you only can do. That's one thing that's really unique and really interesting about this format is that when you get to this stage and you only have, you know, one DLC square left and you have a bunch of combined squares, your splitting has to be in synergy and in sync with your teammate. So
Yeah, for sure. Because yeah,
doing this
go ahead.
doing this meta split is like really nice because we see Wander full sending the seals, and he's like, I am nowhere close to getting my Siluria Crucible Knight, which is going to be his last night
Yep.
for the Crucible Knight Square, and it just makes sense that he's doing this as like a really a couple of full sending squares, right? So if he gets sniped on the seals, Wander would immediately rush towards Estelle in this
Yeah.
case.
Because that's another thing you gotta take into consideration. You're not trying to predict one player. You're playing against two other players, other than your teammate, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a matter of yeah. You can like hard read one opponent, but you have no idea what the other one is doing, most
Yeah.
likely. So you gotta like take into consideration the combined squares and all that.
It's the thing that I love and hate about this format because it's just Bingus squared somehow because the reads become so much more difficult, especially approaching the end game, which we're definitely at. I would assume unless
Yep.
it's pre-scrolled up here for Wander, this is going to be his fifth seal, and making
You
these
got
kind of
God
choices.
Slayer, Finger
Yeah, and
Slayer.
there's the final seal. Really well done there
Yep.
for Wander, and GG's to both teams.
There it is.
There it is.
GG's.
There it
Pretty
is.
clean game. I gotta give credit to RaDan. They played well as well. I feel like they definitely brought this back
Yep.
way closer than it was initially. Like they were so far behind, and they still managed to get a pretty decent fight against Team GoPackGo.
Yeah. Yeah. I was really impressed with RaDan here. You can tell that they've been definitely practicing, putting in the work to make this game really competitive against at least an objectively stronger team in GoPackGo.
Oh yeah, for sure, for
Really
sure.
putting up a fight. I mean, they started out with RaDan being up 2 squares, and then GoPackGo came with a comeback a little bit there, with turning it back to, I think it was 5-2 at one point, and then
Yeah,
RaDan kind of clawing their way back and getting some really important snipes, especially that 3 dragons and Drake bosses.
the Dragon Drake bosses.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and yeah, just a really really fun game to watch. Maybe you could check with the players and see if they're ready, because
ready for the post game.
yeah,
Yep.
because I like throwing everybody in here and just getting a chaotic post game chat.
Okay, yeah, I got you. I can check in with them real quick. Be right back.
So let's see what the post game chat is like. I'm curious to see what these players have to say for themselves. Josh is getting everybody. Meanwhile, chat gets to watch my plaid self here post game enjoying. Yeah, so what does chat think about this game? What did you guys think? You like this game? Yo, GG's guys. We'll we'll wait for everyone to gather up here, because I like to get kind of everybody in so we can do a full yap. GG's. So starting off here, I'm really curious to hear. Let's actually start off with RaDan here. What were your guys' thoughts on this board, and what were you guys thinking of going for, and yeah.
perfume bottles. So we tried to set up altars and just try going for some kind of diagonal with one of the corner squares.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was our start.
Did
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just gonna ask, did Apostle catch you guys off guard? Because I went for that I usually start with Stone Sword keys, but I started with the pots in case I could snag it later. And I went to the tunnel and realized I was locked out, and I was like, well, I don't want to waste all this running, so I just ran the rest of the way to Apostle.
No, yeah, it did catch me off guard, because I thought killing Wormface would kinda put pressure on that square and like deter you a bit, because they're really close together. I even went from the Windmill Grace to go fight Wormface. So I was really surprised you actually contested it and went for it so early.
Sweet. Yeah, I pretty much that was the idea. I was like, I think either I'm running into the idea with it was either I'm running into a snipe like a moron, or I'm gonna catch him off guard. So I'm glad the former worked out rather than the latter.
Yeah, it did work out. At least I tried to. I did 1 or 2 attempts into a postal, but pivoted off afterwards and thought that maybe just holding onto the pressure would be more powerful. Maybe going to grab the perfume bottles, which are really close, and then kind of snagging the fast square afterwards because I had the grace that's close by. But at that point, you had already marked us, so that play was gone.
Yeah, it was just like happenstance for me. I was there by the tunnel. I couldn't get into the tunnel, and I was like, well, they haven't marked it yet, so either they're orchestrating it or they're just hanging on to it.
I will say,
Yeah.
I will say one of the most interesting parts here for me and Josh and chat here to pay attention to was the most pivotal, I think, square marked on this board, keeping RaDan in the game, was the kill 3 dragons and Drake. That was a crazy
I
snipe.
figured.
It was
How
massive.
close was it?
It came down to stream
1
delay.
second?
It was very, very close.
Damn.
I think it was
Wow.
1
That's
second,
crazy.
literal.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like because it lit up as I see enemy fell.
Damn, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
The
I
thing
kind of. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, that's fine. You go ahead. You first.
Okay. Yeah, I figured you probably would be going for the square because like it's really valuable in terms of progressing your row 5 and column 4. So I really wanted to try and get that before anything else. But yeah, I didn't think it would be this close.
Josh, do you have any questions
Yeah.
you'd like to add here, by the way?
Yes, especially to Radi. I saw you kill ADM very early in the game, and then you
Yeah.
did Loger and Furnace Golem instead of like pushing a little bit more into south or like going back section. Because Rambler went for Drain the Water first. That got him a lot of back section progress.
Yeah,
And
so
I just want to like, oh, go ahead. No, it's fine.
yeah, the way I looked at this board on DLC side was in general, going into this game, we know that Wanda and Rambler are pretty strong as a team. So like that row 3 looked kinda dangerous. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to get at least 1 square to block that threat off, and sorry, let me gather my thoughts for a moment.
No worries.
Yeah, so basically what happened was I was intending to do Curse Blades first before like going for the south synergy on this board, but I died and I wasn't sure if I was being raised on it, so I pivoted to Loger just to get the presence on that row. And after that, I think I went to kill ADM.
Yeah.
Yep.
It seemed like a really good
Yeah,
call. It seemed like a really good call.
Yeah.
Especially explaining your thoughts. That seems like a really good choice.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that row 3 wouldn't be a problem and then just go for the synergy. I think my biggest mistake though was to kill the Furnace Golem. I thought it would be much quicker. But turns out that was just a
I was
pretty
so happy
big
when
time
I saw
sink.
that square.
Yeah. I lost out on
Just
so
so I
much of my
didn't have to
progress.
do it.
Yeah, and I mean it was one of those where I think it ended up being pretty important. Unfortunately for Gendan not getting that apostle on the first or second try and pivoting out of it, because we were identifying very early on, because you guys already made some progress onto the perfume bottles at that point, and getting that progress towards that and just kind of forwarding both of your guys' diagonal would have been a really strong threat. But we saw also a really interesting square choices for Rambler and Wander here in the early game, because we had Market 6 parries, Curse Blade Assassins, NPC encounter while involving Letta, Scar Seals, and Drain the Water. Just not getting squares on a diagonal, but getting diagonally aligned squares blocking so much for like the potential comeback train, since you guys seem to be going for threats and kind of majority play very early on. What were you guys' thinking about that?
What happened there was like column 1 I saw is very disgusting, right? Like Worm Face Godskin Apostle is a very bad pair together. Mariga is fast, especially if you don't care to do AGM first.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can do it like without Scadu. So I felt like, okay, Drain is gonna put me at least like I'm gonna have the Great X check. I'm gonna be in Altus first. So if round table is good, I'm gonna see Logre or Curse Blades or maybe both. But at least column 1 is dealt with.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see what we do about row 3 if that becomes a problem. It turns out it didn't because of the Curse Blade. I was surprised to get it. Because well, I like when I did Drain, I showed that I didn't have an upgraded weapon, right? I could have had like a better weapon, but not an upgraded weapon. So I just like kind of prayed that I would get that square at that point because row 4 was already blocked anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we don't get the Curse Blade Assassin's block, that kind of forces Wonder to kill the bosses in Liurnia suboptimally.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
like a losing position necessarily, but it is annoying.
Yeah.
It doesn't progress much for us, so
It was really
it
good.
was
Good
fortunate
boss
to get the
choice.
Curse Blade.
Yeah, really good. Like, yeah, that's actually a really interesting line from you there, Rambler, because we could see that Wander had the luxury of choosing Loretta as one of the Liurnia bosses, as well as a couple of Everjails, which was
Mhm.
really nice for some synergy. So putting a lot of pressure off there. So
Yeah, it was kind of the only the only nice thing about losing access to middle square is it kind of pushed us into directions to synergize that Liurnia bosses with some of these nice blocks that are on the board.
Mm-hmm.
Because like we were a little bit concerned about that bottom left top right diag for a bit, especially knowing how close, and for a time not feeling like Apostle was really on the board for us. Being able to go for that and then also get the Manor Fort bosses with the timings of the other squares they were going for, and get Liurnia bosses. Is a defensive play that was really like it felt really cozy at that point.
Mm-hmm. Any other closing thoughts from anyone?
And the Drake, I will never get over that. Like that was so
Yeah, that was
insanely close.
brutal
Like
stuff.
ones did you
if
do?
I did the 2 Drakes in Jagged Peak and the Ghost Flame Dragon in Graveside Plain.
Oh, okay, interesting. I did the first Drake after ADM, and my other 2 were the Graveside Plain Ghost Flame Drake and the Cerulean Ghost Flame Drake. I just bought the
Yeah,
Sanctified Wet Blade and put Holy on my weapon. I
that
thought
is
that would
a
be
nice
pretty
call,
nice.
yeah. Because it did help you get the Mariga perfume bottles. I was thinking of being in a position to do painting rewards because right after Leda, I got the painting, so it was much faster for me to do it because of that. So I guess like the cost was losing the Drakes, but I mean, it was as close as it gets. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
An
Jar was
RNG
also somewhat
split.
close.
Yeah, I was running to my last one. I had to. It wasn't like a super close like second snipe, but you had made me waste not waste because Crucible Knights was still on the board, but essentially waste a bunch of time
Yeah.
killing RaDan and then running a good bit of the way there.
Wait, Rambler,
Yeah.
when did you get your Greatjar helmet?
Uh, After I got sniped on the drakes, wait a second. Let me think. We got sniped on the drakes, then I decided to finish on the jails.
Oh, okay.
To block row 1, because at that point we lost all pressure that we had, right? Like because if I get the drakes, I have pressure column 4, I have pressure on row 1. That kind of sends you in like disparate directions.
Yeah.
But after losing that, then it becomes a majority game fully. So I decided to finish the jails, and that was when I got the Great Jar.
Okay.
Yeah, it was actually. If it's like that, then it was actually really kind of close because I did waste a lot of time going for the Jar helmet when I was running towards Alexander because I didn't find the way for like 3 times. I ran towards
Oh my
Shaded
goodness.
Castle, then TP'd back to the Outlook Grace, then went to Perfumer's Ruin for the second time this game. Went
Went
like,
into
no,
no.
that's
Sage's
not the way.
cave.
That's not the way. And
No.
yeah,
That's when you
I
say it
entered
was
Sage's
all.
cave, got
That's
the
when you say it
text
was.
on. It's like, nope, that's not the right way. Turn around, and then finally
That's when you say
remembered,
it's all
right? It's
orchestrated because you knew I was going for it, so you were trying to waste my time.
yeah. And the end game was actually also quite unfortunate for us because we actually ran into every snipe. So we tried to kind of go ahead and predict what you guys were going for next and kind of race and block because you already had some kind of majority lead. But while we were doing the jars, we were thinking, all right, what do we do next? Probably we should go for jails. You already got a jail for the Great Jar helmet. And then like 10 seconds later, you marked it. So I went to the catacombs, which you also sniped me on my last
How close was
catacomb when I was
catacombs?
about to enter.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, and we were just starting out in the tree centers. Well, I died 2 times already to my duo, but Radi was just entering the tree center fight when you also marked that square. So it's kind of unfortunate for
I had the
us.
dumbest. It didn't really matter because Rambler wasn't there yet, but I had the dumbest death to my freaking tree cent duo. I got caught on the world's smallest ledge, and it wouldn't let me roll past because of that. That
Oh
was
no.
very cool. I really liked that.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining and being a part of this stream. Thank you so much, and GG's once again to GoPackGo. I hope for both teams it goes well in the rest of this round robin. And thank you so much, Josh, for joining me in the commentary. We'd love to have you again. That was super fun.
Oh yeah, for sure. Anytime.
And yeah, for the rest of the chat, we will almost certainly be having a couple of games tomorrow. I believe still Wander might be casting one of those, so you might hear from yours truly.
Ness and I are planning on it still, so NPCs versus Shroom tomorrow.
Very nice. So we're going to be looking forward to that so much. And thank you so much for watching. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow almost certainly with some Wander and Ness commentary on that game.
Thanks to the refs as well.
Yeah, thank you so much
Thank
to
you
the
guys.
refs.
Always appreciated.
Exactly.
And,
Yes. Thank you.
And
once again, sorry for my delay.
Don't worry about it.
It's
And
all good. It's all good.
goodbye to the stream. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.
Thanks everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.